card weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Here we go.
Throwing quickly out one. And right away he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Here we go.
They go counter with Breida. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for Etienne. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. This is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early?
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Open man downfield is Johnson. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyron Johnson, 47 yards. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go.
2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Etienne. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They go play action with Lawrence. can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Breida, they'll go up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd down and 4. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
11, 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow looking to pass. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
On 2, ready?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The slot man in motion right. Now Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 8 yards out. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, Lawrence. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. Touchdown! Travis Etienne from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bengals drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On one, right?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
11, mighty. 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run between the tackles with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Matt Breida, a 23-yard run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A two-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Slot man moves right. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd and 7. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
11 coming.
Burrow on third down. And he's got Hurst as tight end. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath ETN. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Come on, set.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Buying time to his left. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.